Power Rangers, based off the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And this movie is about 5 teenagers trying to stop Rita from receiving the Zeo crystals. Hint. And while watching this film, my heart just shifted into turbo. Seriously, I watched Power Rangers ever since I was a kid, and I felt like I was lost in space or galaxy. This movie really came in at light speed, and I had a great time for it. My heart was feeling so wild for it. My brain was so messed up, I really felt like I was in a storm. Ninja. And then my heart just hit, bang, got hit by thunder. Dino. And then I found out that this movie right here gave me an SPD. It's a disease that's so worse, that's worse than RPM. And something is really different about it. It's so mystic that it gives you jungle fury and it shifts your heart to overdrive. After the fact, it just makes you feel like you're a samurai or a ninja, steel. And once you're done, you just have to sleep and charge. Dino. When I was a very young lad, about a few years ago, I was the Green Ranger for Halloween. Back in 2011, and it was very fun to really do that. So I gotta say, I'm a fan of the Power Rangers. So we have Rangers, 5 teenagers with attitude. They're bad kids. They're always going to detention. They're pretty much screw-ups. Later, these 5 teenagers go to this construction site and they discover these 5 power crystals. And by watching this movie really blew me away. Like, the best thing about this movie was the performances. Like, these 5 teenagers really had great performances. Like, they were the best part of this whole entire film. Like, I could not believe what I saw, because this movie was very good. If I can really point out my favorite character in this whole entire movie, I would say my favorite character was Billy Cranston. Billy Cranston, who's played by R.J. Cyler, I believe. He was the best Ranger. He had a great overall performance, because back in the show, the Blue Ranger was pretty much like the guy you don't really care for, because I don't really care for him, and, you know, Blue Ranger, blah, forget him. But this one, they really established Blue Ranger. Blue Ranger was the comic relief guy. Pretty much this movie was an origin Power Rangers movie. It focused more on the origin and building up these characters, so therefore they can be established as Power Rangers. Them becoming Power Rangers was established only in the 3rd act, but really that wasn't a bad thing. Every character in this movie did their part. All 5 Rangers did one hell of a job in their role, and I was clapping and applauding for all of the performances, which was really very good. Now, the tone does have a dark tone, but yet they still has that fun to it. It still has that classic campy feel, and it has lots of cheesy dialogue, but I expect them to have cheesy dialogue because this is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers we're talking about. This movie feels like a standalone film. It doesn't cram sequels inside your face, but even though they are making a sequel, but they didn't cram sequels all down your throat, and that's one of the things I like about it. The CGI in this movie was hit and miss, but mostly on the good part. There are some parts on this film where the CGI stands out and it's really noticeable and very cartoonish. But the CGI for the Megazord, the CGI for the Power Rangers was very good. The fighting choreography was also good. Goldar was nothing much but a CGI blob. A blob full of CGI gold. And he's trash. I'm sorry, I'm going to keep it. The CGI was trash. I feel like Elizabeth Banks did a good job in her performance, but I think she did too much. When I say she did too much, I think she put too much too much of that Fish Mooney cartoony feel, made it unrealistic and had too many antics. Everyone in this movie had dark, realistic performances, but yet her, I would say she closely resembles Enchantress. Slightly. But I ain't saying she is. But there are similarities. overall, she's better than Enchantress. Elizabeth Banks does a good job with the role, but her antics. Enchantress. The movie has some good one-liners, good jokes, good references. Overall, this movie was directed very well. The CGI was hit and miss, but mostly good in the first part. Goldar was nothing much but a CGI blob, a CGI monster full of CGI that was really trash. Elizabeth Banks overacted in her role. I didn't really feel her character as epic or astonishing, but still is passable. And the five Rangers, Jason, Kimberly, Billy, Trini, and Zach, all the actors that performed these characters did a wonderful job, and I was really into their characters for the first 90 minutes of the film. Like, the first 90 minutes of the film focused more on developing their characters, developing their core. These Power Rangers are screw-ups. They're pretty much Breakfast Club screw ups. They're not perfect like the original teenagers in the Mighty Morphin. It's complete opposites. It's like the messed up version of themselves. I have to give this film a Christian Bale Batman. This is a really good movie, a very good time, and I enjoy this film. So if you're a Power Rangers fan, you will love this film. If you're not a Power Rangers fan, if you're a little bit on the fence, then you will still like this film, and it's film for everyone to enjoy. So I will definitely buy this movie on Blu-ray. Alright guys, that's my review for Power Rangers. So that's my review. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Now I'm going to have two special videos coming this weekend talking about BVS. I cannot wait to show it to you guys. Alright guys, thank you for watching. If you like everything you see,
no one man should have all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count the hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping.
Turn this shit off.
Booger.
Ciao.